you can talk.
Excellent. We're off to the sea.
But
We got the flag.
maybe I got an answer of Chrigel. Can we go to the beach without your speech?
So this is, yes, exactly. So we're just heading to the beach now. We're at Roquebrune, ready to watch the 6-time Red Bull X-Alps champion come into land. This is the finish line, the symbolic finish line here in the water, and what that will feel like after hiking through 36 degrees of heat. I cannot imagine how good that's going to feel for Chrigel. He is somewhere up there and he's going to be taking off soon. This is just the media boat here, so I'm joining on with, we've got Harry. Say hello, Harry. Hey. Harry's one of the photographers. We got, just putting my stuff away, getting on the boat. Oh. We're on. So we are on the boat on the beach in Roquebrune. If you were watching a few minutes ago, apologies, it looks like the connection cut just as we were getting on the boat. So apologies there, but we are here to go and watch the 6-time Red Bull X-Alps undisputed champion Chrigel Maurer come into the finish line of the Red Bull X-Alps, which is the sea. He has to land on this float over there. And so we're taking the boat to go and get a bit of a closer view and give you, those of you watching, whether you're working at home, whether you're at work, whether you're on your laptop, whether you're on your phone, we want to show you what it's like here, and it's just beautiful. So I've got a question, why did not everyone pull a night pass? Well, probably most likely reason is they figured they're not gonna make goal. If they thought they would make goal, then yes, it makes sense to hike through the night. So the only person to have pulled a night pass is Maxime Pinot, and he's pulled his pass because he knows that it will help him to get to goal. But if you're a little bit further back, maybe those guys felt that it wasn't going to help them. So it's super gripping for the fight for third place. Maxime, when I last checked about 10 minutes ago, he was only 50 kilometers away from Pay. So he should be here most likely tomorrow morning. 50 kilometers, remember, on the around here is more like almost double, and they're tired. They've been on the go for nearly 12 days, so yeah, they're not going to be doing 10k an hour in this kind of terrain. It's more like 5k, 4k an hour, and if, like Chrigel, they stop for ice cream along the way, maybe even 2 or 3k an hour. So he'll probably take his time, because behind Maxime there's Benoit Uters and Paul Guschelbauer. And yes, I did get the order right there. Paul has been pushed into 4th place by the Frenchman Benoit. Only about 10 kilometers separates them, and it will be very interesting to see whether Paul can pull back. They're both in the air, and it will be a fight to the very end. There's another full day and a half of racing. The race will finish on Thursday at midday, and they have until then to make goal, and it will be tough even for them to make goal. Look, we got some. This is the pontoon behind me. Can you see?
Sur le bateau, équipé, prêt à sauter. Sur le ponton, j'ai juste besoin de mon couteau et mon masque. Chrigel a les palmes, le masque et le couteau. Hello guys.
Bonjour.
Hello. Vous parlez français?
Oui, un petit peu.
Français, ouais. Salut.
Un petit peu.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Tu me passes mon petit couteau et
And
puis c'est
that?
bon. À chaque fois qu'elle appelle, tu réponds s'il y a besoin. Are you in contact with the organizer?
You need a hand?
No, it's okay.
Are
No.
you in contact with the organizer?
No.
No? Donc si mon téléphone sonne,
So, the other really exciting news today, which, well, exciting may not be the right word, we haven't really talked about it, is the battle at the back between Kinga and Ha Chi. Kinga, very sadly, was eliminated this morning as the last person at the back. The mandatory elimination happens every 48 hours. And the really sad and tragic thing is that she was actually ahead of Ha Chi last night. And she set off this morning ahead of Ha Chi. She ran like a demon to get even further ahead, but she ran in the wrong direction. And when she realized her error, it was too late. She ran like a lunatic back as fast as she could, back to the point, but it was too late. Ha Chi had overtaken her, and just 700 meters separated the pair when the Axeman visited at 6 o'clock in the morning. And you know, that must be absolutely gutting for her and her team. But she also gave an interview to us later on, so do have a look at that. It's on the news section, and she talks about how she's learned so much, she's grown, she's learned so much about paragliding, about the mountains, about herself, and she hopes that by taking part, she's also proved that you can do the Red Bull X-Alps, that it is a race that girls can do and do well at. So hopefully we will see many more X-Alps from Kinga, and we will see many more women taking part as well in this race. Another interesting point that the Red Bull X-Alps of this year, what's different from previous years, is the robustness of athletes.
What's your name?
Frankie. Yes, I know. You keep talking. It's fine. We're on a boat. We're here. It's fine. Look, I don't expect silence. These guys wouldn't expect it either. But
Is there maybe it's possible to go with more speed?
Small speed? Okay.
just warn me if you're going super fast, because we don't want to fall overboard. I don't think we can do Facebook Lives in the water. But I was saying about the robustness of athletes. So we are 9 days in, and we've only had one athlete withdraw to personal injury. Not injury so much as a just pulled up through fatigue, and that was Antoine Girard, who had knee pain. 5 years ago, 6 years ago, we would have had about 10 guys pulling up by now, just with, you know, various ailments, whether it's infected blisters or knee pains, or just, I mean, if you remember from 2017, it was like the walking wounded, some of the guys. So many athletes have pulled up through injury. So, can we see Chrigel yet? Is he in the air? No. So I'll be very honest, I'm not entirely sure what's going on here. I think we're just shooting some sequences for the filmer behind me. Cheers, thanks for the glasses, yeah. Hey, Beach, sure. Okay. Maybe not me, maybe we'll ask Chrigel to do some backflips. So guys, do we know if Khrigel's taken off yet? So if you can hear me over there's probably a lot of wind. I'll put my hand behind the camera. I was told that we had an earlier slot, so it was going to be by special permission that we would be able to take off from 18:30, so 6:30 instead of 7 p.m. That's why we're here a little bit earlier. So we are expecting Chrigel to take off at 6:30 and land about 15 minutes later. So yeah, we could definitely do with some Bond music. Don't fall in the water. I'll try. I hope you're all enjoying this. Really looking forward to watching this guy come in. You just can only imagine what it must be like to take off and land in the sea, to land on the pontoon over there. Let's have a look. There it is. Can you see? Yeah, you just tell me where you want me. Where do you want?
A little bit more in this side.
Yeah, sure. So, do I need to hold on again?
Yeah, we give it a try, Tarquin.
What are we doing?
We're trying the shot.
Okay. We're just practicing for the cameraman. He wants to get this kind of shot as we're going around, I think. So in case you've just tuned in and you can't work it out, we are in Monaco, where the race is about to finish for one athlete, the one and only Chrigel the Eagle Maurer. It may interest you, a few before the race I actually asked Chrigel how he got this eagle name. It's probably obvious, but it was one of his first races that a newspaper described him as flying like an eagle, and the name stuck ever since, and he put it on his website, and there we are, Chrigel the Eagle. I was trying to think of other bird names that we could give to other athletes. You know, could you have Duragati the kestrel, or the kite, or Maxime Pinot the hawk, but it doesn't quite work, does it? So if you can think of anything, send it over in the comments. I would love to, if we can think of some other bird monikers that we can give other athletes, because for sure Chrigel isn't the only one who deserves the accolade of flying like a bird.
Very good speed, yes.
Very good piece.
Again?
Are you ready?
It's okay?
Okay.
So, what are we doing? I think I need to hang on here, guys. Here we go. Look, there's the float.
Too much?
I think the others
In between that was
Pinot the pigeon. Yeah.
Okay.
But you know, pigeon's a little scrappy bird. It's not a beautiful bird, is it? Unless it was a wild pigeon, maybe. Where's the life jacket? Yeah. Shh. It's right here. It's underneath here. So in the water over there, if you can see, is my supporter Sarah and partner. She's been helping me do this job, driving the Audi e-tron while I'm working and filming and things. So she's very happy. She's in the sea, and she loves nothing more than being in water. So I'm just going to change arms here because the other one's getting a little bit tired.
And Frank?
Here we go. Here's another look at the.
Chrigel is arriving. Can we go to the island of the other side?
Tu veux passer le bloc?
Ouais, j'arrive.
One moment,
So this guy's the safety diver. So we need to be very sure in case he should overshoot the pontoon and land in the water that someone is there to fish him out. So that's the safety diver. Okay, what's your name?
Pierre Frola, I was a Red Bull X-Alps for 7 years.
Oh really?
Yeah.
What's your name again?
Pierre Frola,
Pierre Frola.
Monaco.
And what was your discipline?
I did 4 world records in
Apnea.
deep free diving,
oh.
especially free immersion and variable weight.
Oh wow. So what was your record in variable weight?
Variable weight was 123 meters.
Really? Wow. Wow. Where? Because a variable weight is just, in simple terms, that's when you go down and up on your own steam.
You go down with a sled and you go up by your own.
Oh, okay, so down
yes,
with the sled.
with your flippers and your
Oh,
arms.
okay, yeah. And free immersion is on the arms.
Yeah, with nothing. You
Oh.
go down by yourself
Yeah.
and you go up by yourself. I have
Yeah.
3 world records in this.
And which one? What was your depth on that one?
Tranquille, en train de filmer là.
Huh?
Je sais, mais j'allais écraser Fred.
This is interesting.
Okay.
It's not every day you just bump into a kind of free diving world champion, but yeah, it's quite interesting.
Yeah, since the beginning of Red Bull X-Alps, I am in charge of organizing the security. And just before that, I used to do the security for the cliff diving in Monaco too.
Okay.
Yeah, because I started my sponsorship with Red Bull in 2001 and I finished in 2008. So we had the time to do many world records together and many events.
Yeah. Great, cool. Interesting.
T'as un code pour ton téléphone, Pierre? T'as un code?
Hein?
Elle t'a envoyé des messages.
115599.
So we are just waiting on the boat now for Chrigel to come through. And he's going to come up behind the sun, behind me, from that ridge line.
Ok, c'est bon. Génial, merci.
Bon, elle dit que l'hélicoptère est parti. Ici, on est sur place. Briefing pilote. Quoi, l'hélicoptère est parti. Bon.
Ok.
Décollage dans très peu de temps.
King of the Kia, like that one.
Ouais, tiens, Francky.
Yeah, Kinga, the Kiwi is not a good one for Kinga. No, they don't. I think that's a flightless bird. You're quite right there. What if Maurer takes a nap? Well, I think he was resting early at the top, but no, he's keen to do this. You know, it's very on the top of Pay. It's so hot. It's been up to 35 degrees up there, and it's pretty. There's no shade at all. So he, at the first opportunity, he will be just
When did you arrive?
champing at the bit to just take off. Nick Neenans isn't flightless. That's very true. And Nick, actually, I spoke to Nick this morning. He spent the night in a hay barn last night. All he had was his race clothes, and he told me he just threw some hay on his legs to keep them warm. And yeah, he said that was fine. So he's having a great race. Sometimes, you know, it'd be easy to think that the guys at the back are really struggling and not having a great time. But when I spoke to him, he said, no, it's a great adventure. You know, he said, I'll be honest, the flying has been a little bit disappointing. Conditions haven't been that good with these stable conditions that haven't allowed cross-country flying. But he said around every corner is a new stunning location, and he'd been flying every day. He did a flight past, you know, the Eiger mountain, the mountains around the Eiger, these huge limestone walls.
Okay, guys.
So he's a happy man.
He's not up there.
Yeah. And after you would like the boat arrive. Which,
Il y a l'hélicoptère qui décolle.
So it would be nice having like the shot like going around.
okay.
If, like,
So
really on the boat,
we're just discussing the winning
Can
photos.
we go to the float just from this side with the sun?
Ok. Alors, en fait, quand il va arriver, tu tournes autour. Et quand il est dessus, il faut que tu sois dos au soleil.
Is it okay when we do it like this, that you circle around?
Yeah.
And if we tell, and when we tell you, you go to this side?
So the water temperature is super warm. It's got to be about 17, 18 degrees. How warm do you think the water is? The temperature?
22.
Oh, 22, even warmer. It's lovely. So
But the helicopter is in the air, that's it, so... Yeah, I'm Tarquin.
yeah, sure, no problem.
Helicopter is in the air, so...
So we're getting news that the helicopter is in the air. So I just need to hang on a bit here, adjust the camera.
Après, c'est long, hein. Enfin, il va pas atterrir dessus.
gonna
C'est long
buckle
à
up.
descendre.
Donc lui, il va venir comme ça. Il va venir là, non? Là.
Dans tous les cas, il faut que quand tu tournes autour de la... hein,
We're good.
et après, il faut que tu sois...
So I'm just going to turn the camera around so that you can see
au soleil.
where he's taking off from.
Pour que quand il puisse filmer.
You guys will be in the water, or
I stay on the boat, and if we have a problem...
yeah, you're going.
Wait, yeah.
And he will be in the water.
No, Pierre stay inside the float, the platform, because it's really difficult to...
Yes.
But Harry, if you fall overboard, you're on your own.
Oh,
Yeah, she won't come and rescue you.
Oh, yeah, that's bad. Mouth to mouth. You just rescue the cameras.
Yeah.
That's the most important.
So, oh, I can hear a helicopter. I can hear a helicopter. Oh, can you hear the helicopter? Tell me if you can hear the helicopter. There, can we see it? There, I can see the helicopter.
1-1-5-5 après. Le code.
It's a must-have.
So, little insider secret here. If you're looking for an athlete during the Red Bull X-Alps, you know, it can be really challenging to find them sometimes, even with live tracking. And the fail-safe method is always, if you see the helicopter, you know they're close.
Sorry.
You know, that's fine. You crack on.
That's okay. C'est bon? In this position is okay? Merci.
2 pilotes parapente en vol.
Combien?
So this guy is Pierre, the former freediving world record holder, who is his job is to stay on the float and make sure that should Chrigel overshoot or go into the water, he can fish him out, and he can dive to 100 meters. On a single breath of air. Oh, look who it is. I can see 2 paragliders in the air. I can see 2 paragliders. So that will mean that will be Chrigel and his supporter. Because this is a team event, and it's a wonderful reward for the supporter also to get this honor of coming in and making the final flight together. And I'm going to turn the camera around now and hope that you can see. I really hope you can see this. Here they come. If you've just tuned in, we are live in Monaco, off the beach at Roquebrune, ready to welcome the 6-time Red Bull X-Alps champion, Chrigel Maurer, and his supporter. They're coming in to land now. We can see their paragliders up, maybe 500, 600 meters, and any minute now we'll be able to see them come in and land on the float after an amazing Odyssey journey across 13 turn points and over 1,000 kilometers. The photographers are all getting ready for that magic shot to get the perfect money shot as they come into land. We can see the helicopter is up there, and here they are.
Yeah. Let's go there.
Yes.
Let's go there.
Yes.
It's better for you?
We're here, just on the landing.
Okay.
It's too far away from us.
Okay.
But therefore we have the helicopter. We just
Okay, good.
Yes.
No problem.
Okay.
So, back we go. We're going back towards the float. Here they are. Can we see? Point the camera up.
And now we move. Let's move. Yeah.
You ready? Yeah.
Whoa. maybe we slightly underestimated the speed at which he will come in. So here they are. Is everybody still okay? Is Harry still with us?
Yeah.
Still on.
Right.
Okay.
So we go around.
Around, okay.
Right, let's get a
Left
proper
or
shot.
right?
Here we are, here we are. Here we are. This is the moment.
Ce mec est fou.
Not too far away.
Okay.
We have to go closer. Ah, fuck it.
There he is. The eagle has landed.
Yeah, let's go around, go around. It's a nice speed, nice, not so hard.
There he is. Give us a wave, Chrigel. Hey, give us a wave.
Le deuxième, il se pose aussi.
Ah ouais, apparemment.
The second also.
Yeah, let's circle, let's circle.
Continuez tour, continuez
Ah ouais.
tour.
Okay, so we got Chrigel's supporter coming into land now. Let's give him some love as well, because he does an amazing job. It is a team sport, it is a team race. Absolutely, you couldn't do it without your supporter, and in many cases, many supporters. Here he is.
Arrive derrière. Arrive derrière, arrive derrière.
Oh, look at that! Give them some love! Wow! They did it 6 times! Oh, I've actually got goosebumps. I've got goosebumps on my arm. I'm just feeling so emotional actually, just to watch that. To see them, look, they're shaking arms, they're hugging.
On va les récupérer.
Yeah. Oh, I really hope you enjoyed that half as much as I did. What an amazing spectacle. But remember, there are so many other athletes still out there battling in this heat wave who won't make Monaco, but who have had amazing races and still have another 2 days to go. So don't think it's over. It's not over at all.
Yeah, okay.
I think it's been an amazing race. Absolutely, we're still going. The camera's telling me we've lost connection, but
Can you do it once more? Like the...
Nicht lange Vorbereitung gehabt bis hierher. Welche Last fällt da von einem runter, wenn man hier landet?
cellular connection.
Ich war eigentlich die ganze Zeit über motiviert, Neues zu erleben, und von dem her war ich eigentlich begeistert. Ich habe gute Beine, ich könnte auch jetzt noch weiterfahren, aber jetzt ist es vorbei, und ich meine, es ist auch gut, dass ich jetzt wieder ein bisschen länger schlafen kann. Mein Rucksack ist voller Erfahrungen, es ist einfach ein tolles Gefühl, und ich denke, wir können jetzt auch noch nicht richtig realisieren, was da wieder passiert ist und was wir alles eigentlich gesehen haben, weil ich war schon auch sehr fokussiert auf die Leistung, aufs Weitergehen, und jetzt mal eben hier relaxen und sich das durch den Kopf gehen zu lassen, das freut mich.
Die beiden sagen vielleicht kurz in einem Englisch sagst du mir noch mal wieder.
Geht das so?
Also wie hart war das Race?
Yeah. Now finally here, arriving at the Mediterranean Sea, it's a great feeling again and again, because after this 10 hard days racing with good and also bad moments or difficult moments, it was hard, but for me it was also a good motivation in the morning to experience the new adventure days and to see what's possible. And finally I'm here and finish the race. It's unbelievable.
Danke. Danke von mir aus, Meister. We can go.
Il y en a un autre là qui arrive, c'est normal.
Was that fun?
Ah.
So apologies there, we cut out just after they landed, but I'm glad we managed to get the landing, so that just looked fantastic. All the Facebook fans have been going crazy. They really enjoyed that, so thanks guys. They absolutely loved watching that. Here we are. So back to dry land now. Thanks for watching. Remember, there are still 26 other athletes still out there. I need to do the maths. We started with 32. We lost, see if I can do this. We started with 32. We lost Rodolphe Ackel. We've lost Kinga. We've lost Dominica. Antoine retired. And I think that's it. So what does that leave us? I can't remember. My brain's gone too. It's been an extraordinary journey and it's not over yet. We still have 2 days left to go. The race finishes, remember, Thursday midday. So wherever you are, on your laptop, at work, at home, stay tuned and keep watching.
Nice.